Hi there, once again, it's NerdNator42. I'm going to be showing you the new D&D Next Dungeon Master's Guide, also known as D&D 5th edition. Let's take a look at the contents. The first part tells you about the worlds, all the different planes, astral planes, things like that. Part 2 is where the really good stuff is. They're creating an adventure. They give you they have you can do roles in order to create an adventure. It's an adventure generator. They show you how to do NPCs, the adventure environment, how to make maps for it, what you do in between adventures, and treasures and magic items. Part 3 is all about the rules and things you can do to improve your campaign. Now, let's see. Part 1. This is all about it, the big picture, things like that. Various religious organizations, gods, towns, things like that. And they even have, let's see here. You can generate or do roles for catastrophes, new organizations. And then the thing I found really interesting was they have a villain generator. Let's see here. But yeah, that's for creating a campaign. Like I said, this is all the various planes. And this is part 2, Master Adventures, how to create your villains, things like that, dungeon goals and things and such. And this is probably the majority of the book right here. Yeah, see right here, all about the villains, and they have a whole bunch of these where like you roll like a D8 or a D10 to figure out like what's a character's motivation, things like that. And then, let's see here. How to create non-playable characters. Yeah, this is... They even have villainous class options. Now, one thing that kind of threw me off was they got rid of prestige classes here. Prestige classes are now called subclasses, where you choose a class and then you choose a specialization. And so, like I said, there's no longer prestige classes in this. And this is probably my favorite part of the book right here, the magic items. I love magic items. Now they've taken a few out and they've added a few in. There's a couple steampunk theme ones. Granted, D&D was steampunk long before it became mainstream. Yeah, like this right here. Bag of holding, and bag of devouring, things like that. And then finally, you have your rules. They tell you how to deal with troubled characters, players who are causing conflict, things like that. And then it's pretty much all the stuff that made 3.5 really complicated. They've made it more simpler, but not to the point to where it's like 4th edition stupid simple. But no, the D&D Dungeon Master Guide 5th edition comes out officially December 8th. This has been out for a while. It's a pretty good book. It has a nice little beef to it. The only problem I really have is like, I really did like the covers for 3.5. Like, okay, so these are the two together. This kind of had like a spell book feel to it. It made it more D&D-ish. Here you have like a Lich King on the cover, and it's just but the pictures on the inside and the fonts that they have, make it easier to read, and make it a more enjoyable experience to read. Once again, it's Nerd Native 42, and I just showed you the Dungeon Master's Guide for D&D Next.